Testing 1 2. Test 1 2. Oh, I gotta go to YouTube and see what's up here. Am I live? Or am I Memorex? Okay, I'm not hearing anything here. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. I'm going to have an infinite loop of windows going in a minute. Testing, testing. Yeah, there goes the next window. There's going to be infinite me's in a second. Because let's get back to that. Let's get back to that. And then I'll try and keep this open separate. Because it doesn't seem like anybody can hear me. Close that. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. I feel like people can hear me. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Nope, that should be on test. Test. Let's see. What could be the problem? Audio input is being captured on one. Ooh, I'm showing just. Well, it's fine though. Properties there. That should be good. Microphone, that's good. My analog, okay. And this should be, that's active. Monitor. Hello, test 1 2. Test, test. Testing sound. I always forget. Every year I forget how to do this. Every year, the same old thing. Oh, that needs to stay connected. Don't do that, dummy. This is the button I'm wanting. No, nothing changes there. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Okay, so that I think needs to be brought up. How do I amplify that? Because that sounds low. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Okay, so that I think needs to be brought up. How do I amplify that? Because that sounds low. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Testing 1 2. Oh, that's a little better. Test 1 2. 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 This is the test. This is only the test. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Testing 1 2. Oh, that's a little better. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Test. Only the test. Okay, so that sounds like we're in a place where we can make some decent noise now. Let's adjust the microphone now, because this thing's out of whack. That needs to be there, I think. This can come up like that. Testing. All right. All right. We're about to get started here. Okay. Okay, so now let's end this. Oh, let's see where we're at. Let's jump in here. I just want to put it in the fridge now. I got to do my football stuff. Sorry. Let's see. Let's copy this. Go to. Nope, I don't want that. There we go. Here. I gotta find my group now. Every year. It's a good thing I started early this year. Sometimes I wait till the last minute, and then this is much less. Why is this group all the way at the bottom? There it is. There we go. Now that's posted in Facebook. I don't know how many people will get to join, but maybe we'll get some. And then we go to. What is the name of this stupid thing? God dang, Sleeper. Over here. Sign in here. Sign in. Continue. Sign in. Ay, caramba, all those verification codes and your password is wrong, and it's not wrong. I just know it. There we go. Nobody saw my secret password, did they? We're going to set the order manually, but I still want to be in the chat. So where's that? Here it is. Okay, so I've sent out links on Sleeper and on Facebook. If you're interested in watching the draft order be set, this is where you will join me, and we'll set that in just about 10 minutes. Until then, let's talk just a little bit. Where's my little doc go? There should be a doc that gives me some statistical information. One watching. It says one watching now, but I think that's just me. Maybe I can send a text with the link also. What do you think of that? Let's come in here because I want to mark something down. And that is here. go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the 2025 Columbia River Fantasy Football League. Well, nobody's watching. Why talk about this stuff until people are here? Well, you know what? Because you can watch this later. So to start with, I think as everybody is aware, one member has left from the previous 2 years. AJ team. Oh, he changed his name, and I can't even remember what they were. It doesn't matter. AJ has left. He was actually the runner-up last year. Actually, I think he was the runner-up both years, or maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was only a runner-up 1 year. But he has left the league, and we have gained a new member. Mike, another Mike, from CTRAN, another supervisor, to add to the. Those of you that know, this is the league that was formed from the ashes of the previous CTRAN Operations Supervisor League. So welcome Mike Moore this year and his team. Should be a good addition. So we've got that going on. One new member to welcome everybody, make them feel at home. Make sure you talk plenty of smack and take all of his money. Same dues structure this year as previous years, and we're going to talk a little bit about dues right now. One of the reasons that AJ left was he believed that I was profiting off of the league. I can assure you that I lose far more money on fantasy football than I have ever gained, even including the seasons that I have won. But the dues structure is $55 for Columbia River Fantasy Football. 50 of that goes into the pool, and that pool is 100% paid back to the players, to the winners of various contests, and the payout at the end of the season. $5 of those dues go to help cover some of my costs running this league, and that includes, the equipment and subscriptions that I maintain to do this live streaming stuff. That includes money that goes towards barbecues and stuff that I set up throughout the season. I know many of you have showed up. Actually, let me look down the list. Like 3 of you have showed up at my house for barbecues when I hold them. I used to do Thursday night football. I'm on a new schedule now, so possibly some Sunday night football barbecues or whatnot, where I do ribs or I do burgers or I've done, lots of different things. And none of that stuff is free to me. So that's what that $5 goes to pay. I want to be entirely upfront about that. And I've always been upfront about that. I'm not sure why there was a sudden pushback on that from AJ. So whatever, it is what it is. He's gone. Mike is in. We're good to go. The dues structure for this year is going to remain the same, or the payout structure, I should say, is going to remain the same this year as it was last year. First place will take home $175, second $100, third $50, fourth $25. The toilet bowl winner will get $10, and there are 14 weekly contests worth $10 apiece, making that $140. That adds up to $500 of the dues returned back to you and maybe me, the players. But as far as the weekly contests this year, they will remain the same as last year as well. Week 1 will be the highest scoring team. Let me make sure. Yeah, week 1 will be opening week bang, which is the highest scoring team, starters only overall. Week 2 will be Hero to Zero. That will be the team with the largest drop-off from their Week 1 score. Week 3 will be Tyrod Taylor week, which is the QB with the lowest passing yards. Week 4 is Seahawk legend Jerry Rice week, which is the highest scoring starting wide receiver. Week 5 is Oops-a-Daisy, which will be the highest scoring bench player. Week 6 will be Give It Away Now, which will be the QB with the most interceptions. Week 7 is Boom Goes the Dynamite, highest combined starting wide receiver and running back score. Week 8 is An Inch or a Mile. An Inch or a Mile is the lowest scoring winner. Week 9 is Bison to Neil week. The team closest to 200, either over or under. I'll go either way on that one. So Bison to Neil week. Week 10 is Just Can't Get Enough, is the highest scoring loser. Week 11 is Keep It Warm, is the highest total bench score. And Strong Shoulders is week 12. That's the highest scoring starting player. Week 13 is Truck Stick, longest run by a starting running back. And week 14, the final contest will be Hail Mary, is the longest passing play by a starting quarterback. So those are the contests. Good luck to everybody on those. In previous seasons, I have done a commissioner's bounty where if somebody wins multiple weeks in a row on those contests, I will kick in another couple bucks, like another $5 for the person that knocks them out. That will not be continuing. In previous years, it has gotten expensive for me, so I'm not going to continue that particular tradition this year. Talk a little bit. We'll go over the records. The Columbia River Fantasy Football League records. Actually, we're not gonna do that because we're gonna start setting up the draft order thing, and we'll talk about records. Records aren't that important. Nobody cares that much. But I've got a list of records. So let's get into the draft order and how I set that up. I have set this up the same way every year using this website called 100 Yard Rush. And what this does is allows me to set up 10 little teams in here with these 10 little dudes running along the side of the screen, these 10 guys over here. And they'll have a little race, a computer race, to determine what the draft order is going to be. And so we'll start setting that up now. So we don't need non-standard team numbers because we've got a non-standard number of teams, or a standard number of teams, which is 10 teams in the league. Next. Write all managers' names. And this is the part that always trips me up, but we'll go ahead and do it. I'm not going to start with myself, just in case anybody thinks that that somehow tips the balance towards me or something. I don't know. I don't know how you folks think. I hear crazy shit all the time. So we're just going to start here. We're going to go Randy, and then we're going to go Kip, and then we're going to go new guy Mike M, and then we're going to go KC, and then we're going to go Casey, because that's not confusing at all. And then we're going to go Roger, and then Marcus, and then Corey, and then Mike F, and then me, Eric. So that's our 10 teams. I'm going to keep the sprite colors the way they are, and you can see each little dude here now has a little name next to their sprite. So we'll move on to the next clip here. Press the shuffle button below as many times as you wish for ultimate randomization. Oh, yeah! I like to do this 100 times because, I don't know, 100 is a cool number. So we're just going to go ahead and shuffle this around. And you'll see as I shuffle this, those names change locations, right? So it's getting shuffled 100 times for ultimate randomization. Halfway there. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 times shuffled. So now those names are 100 times shuffled into a different order along the side of your screen there. We'll move on to the next one, which is luck adjustments. So I'm not going to unlock this because I don't want any adjustments. But you can come in here, right? If we were doing a thing where we wanted to weight the draft order and give some people a better chance of winning than others, then I could come in here and adjust their luck. But we don't want to do that. Everybody has an equal opportunity to win the draft spot that they would like. And so we're going to just bypass that. No luck adjustment. You see there where it says it's still locked. Next, yards traveled per rush. I like a minimum of 1 and a maximum. I don't like the maximum that high at 10. It makes the race go by too quickly. So I'm going to set that back down to 6. So each rush that the little sprite makes will be between 1 and 6 yards. How many seconds those rushes take? 2 to 7. That seems good. And then the speed, we're going to keep it normal. And then we'll move on. So this is the ultimate settings, and when I'm ready to go, I just hit this little button and it's going to start. And but before I do that, I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to make myself a little smaller over here in the corner so we can keep better track of what is going on. And actually, I'll probably put myself over here in this corner. Because that way, well, I don't want to do it yet. We'll leave me here for now. So we're going to stay down here in this corner. And then as soon as some people get off of the starting line, I'll move myself over there. How's that sound? If I remember. Gosh, so many things. I lose track because I start getting excited about the rush. Let me move this over here and move this over here so I'm looking at it more directly. It doesn't affect anything you're seeing, but it does change the way I'm seeing things on the screen here. All right, and with that, we're going to start the draft order here 3 minutes after noon. So when I press this button, those dudes are going to start running across the screen, and the order that they finish will be the order that we draft in. So whoever's little sprite gets across the line over here on the right-hand side first is going to be the winner. All righty, so let's start the rush. And there it goes. All right, we're off with... What's happening? Oh, there they go. Mike M., Casey, and Marcus off to early leads here in the rush. Marcus looks like Mike Moore, new guy, taking a little bit of a lead here early in the race with Marcus. Ooh, and there comes Roger challenging in the number 3 slot there. But still, Mike Moore and Marcus out front. Marcus edging out Roger just a little bit right there. Now we're going to move myself over to that other corner so we can see what's going on. Corey lagging far behind. Eric bringing the middle there. KC looks like running about 3rd or 4th, a challenger for Roger there. We still got Mike Moore out in front with Marcus in 2nd, Roger in 3rd. KC bringing up, again, challenging for that 4th position with Frazier and myself in that 5th or 6th spot. I just made a little bit of a move, looking to challenge for 3rd maybe. Right now, still Mike M. out front with Marcus in 2nd place, Roger in 3rd. Possibly myself in 4th, and then KC coming up to bring. It looks like I might take that 3rd. KC challenging for that 3rd place spot now. He's really making a run for it. Mike M. has been out in front of this thing the entire time. Will he get a challenge from Marcus here at the very end? It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Mike M. KC now making a run and a challenge for that number 1 overall slot. Marcus, KC, Mike M. Anybody's game. Roger could still make a fantastic rush there. Eric bringing in the middle there a little bit. Mike F. falling behind. Randy way behind. Randy might get that number 10 slot. Ouch for him. Mike M. Marcus making a sudden run. Marcus running out into the front. Marcus going to get across that finish line, and it looks like Marcus going to get the number 1 overall draft spot. Mike M. going to get that number 2 slot. Roger looking like going to cross here in 3rd. Come on, let's see it happen. Yep, Roger, and then we'll see how this goes. But it looks like we might see KC or myself in. No, oh boy, this is going to be right close. How's this going to play out? Let's see what they assign. 4th for KC, 5th for Kip, 7th for Eric, 6th for Casey. We got Corey coming across for the 8th position right now. There he is. And that's going to leave Mike F. and Randy fighting it out for 9th and 10th positions. Oh boy, anybody's race for that last place spot. Looks like Randy really does not want it. He's his little dude's just running his little heart out there. Come on, buddy. Come on. Somebody get across that line. There we go. Looks like Randy's going to be in 9th, and Mike F., co-commissioner Mike F., in that final number 10 slot. So once again, that draft order is going to go this year. Marcus with the number 1 overall pick. A new person, Mike M., with the 2nd pick. Roger with the 3rd pick. Casey with the 4th pick. Kip with the 5th pick. Casey with the 6th pick. Myself, Eric, with the 7th. Corey with the 8th. Randy with the 9th. And co-commissioner Mike F., all the way down there in the 10th position. I certainly hope everybody has a wonderful season. Talk a little bit about some of the changes, not changes. No rule changes for this year. Everything will remain the same as it was last year as far as rules go. I haven't made any changes there. So positions, you guys all are well aware that this is a non-standard league. We have kind of an odd positional layout, the way that we work. In that we have, where did it go? I just want to make sure that I'm reading everything correctly for you. You're going to have, this is what's known in the industry as a superflex league, although it's a non-standard superflex also, meaning that you can start 2 quarterbacks. You don't have to, but the wise money is on starting 2 quarterbacks because quarterbacks score a shitload of points. So, but 2 quarterbacks you can draft. We have, so in the starting, your starting roster has a quarterback slot, 2 running back slots, 2 pure wide receiver slots, 2 slots that can be that are flex spots, are full flex spots, meaning wide receiver, running back, or tight end. And then a flex spot that is just wide receiver or tight end. You can go either way on that one. This kind of helps diminish the worth, how much tight ends are worth, because I feel like the past few years, and maybe it's on the decline, but the past few years, not last year necessarily, but in previous years and the year that we set this league up, if you didn't have Travis Kelce, you were sucking hind tit in fantasy football as for a tight end. So I'm like, only the team that gets Travis Kelce is getting any fucking points in that position, really. So I made it so you can start a wide receiver there. Much like in real football, you don't have to have a tight end on the field. You can put a wide receiver in that slot. And then the last 2 slots are the super flex spot, which is you can start a wide receiver, a running back, a tight end, or a quarterback in that slot. Again, your choice. However, quarterbacks tend to score more points than anybody else. So most people will always start a quarterback in that slot. And then the final slot is a defense, a team defense. We do the team defense. We do not do individual defensive players. And remember that we do have fairly non-standard scoring in this league. Defenses are a little more valuable in this league than they are in other leagues because I tend to score defenses a little higher. No kickers in this league. Fuck kickers. They can kick off. They can kick rocks. So that's your and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bench slots and 2 IR slots. And there is a limit on how many players you can have on your roster. You can't carry any more than 3 quarterbacks, I believe, is what it's set at. So that nobody can hoard all the quarterbacks and fuck everybody else. Let me go general. Is this draft 10 classic? Blah, 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 blop. trade injured reserve slots, players on IR. Trying to go through the rules on my phone while I'm looking at this just so I make sure I know. Oh, here we are. So quarterback 1, running back 2, those are the things that are no IDP slots. Position limits. So, yeah, you can carry no more than 3 quarterbacks on your team, no more than 6 running backs, no more than 7 wide receivers, no more than 3 tight ends, and no more than 2 team defenses. So those are the limits you can carry on your roster, so nobody can hoard up all the quarterbacks. So that is where we stand there. If anybody cares, I'll go over some of the records. You know what? Let's talk about this a little bit because I did mention dues earlier, $55 dues. I made a rule last year after the end of the season. I'm pretty sure I announced it to everybody, and I've announced it on Facebook and whatnot a few times, but I'll announce it here again. And I announced it in the email I sent out, and I'll announce it in the email I send out here with these draft results. But dues will be due before you draft, which is next weekend. Draft is coming up next Saturday. So if you have not paid your dues, by that time, you will not be allowed to draft. You will have your team auto-drafted for you. As of right now, there are only 4 teams that have not paid their dues. I'm not going to call out names, but you know who you are. So I'm just putting that out there, letting those 4 teams know that they need to get paid up. They need to get square, or they will be auto-drafted. We had some issues last year, again, not calling out any names, with people waiting far too long to pay their dues. So we're going to have, and this is going to be going forward, if you're not paid up by draft time, you don't get to draft. And that's just going to be that. So there we go. There is your draft order. Let's go over that one more time. Number 1 pick in this year's draft, Marcus. Number 2 pick, Mike M., new guy. Number 3 pick, Roger. Number 4, Casey. Number 5, Kip. Number 6, Casey. Number 7, Eric. That makes me giggle. I don't know why. It's stupid. Number 8, Corey. Number 9, Randy. And in 10th, Mike F. So good luck to everybody this year. Best of luck to you all in the Columbia River Fantasy Football League. And with that, I think we will end this. Again, good luck, and hey, go Hawks.